since we're talking about rules, let's talk about rules. How much do you like to stay true to the rules of the system if something goes wrong? I'm pretty hardcore, actually. I like to just shrug my shoulders and say, that's what the rules say. That's what happens. As frustrating as that is.
To a certain extent, I am there with you, but I also have to follow the rule 0 of if it's not fun, chuck it.
Yeah.
I've lightened up a lot over the years, but I'm here to play this game. This is the game we're playing. I want to play this. If we throw out rules, we're not playing that game anymore.
I love the structure of them. I love having them as the framework. I build things around the framework. As you know, we've been kind of learning Pathfinder 2nd edition as we've been playing the one that I've been running. So there's been a lot of, while the system itself has been around for quite some time, it's new to me, it's new to everybody else in the group. So we're all kind of learning it as we go, which means that I'm kind of winging it with a lot of things, a lot of calls sometimes. And I don't see a problem with that under the consideration that I want to speed play along. But I will go back at a more comfortable time, figure out whether the call I made was any good, was anywhere near what the rules should have been, and we'll use that to inform future calls. The rule of cool is a big one for me, and the rule of speeding along play at the expense of spending 20 minutes digging through the books for some level of minutia.
I've done that too, but there's a trade-off there.
Yeah.
If somebody has done something one way before and they expect to be able to do that exact same thing again, and you then say, stop, I read the rules, it's done differently, and it's not exactly what you think. I've always had to come up with the thing like, okay, since I didn't go over this with you and we did it last time this way, we're going to do it that way this one last time. But from here on out,
you can actually look at our Cyberpunk streams and see it actually happen with me, where I go, okay, yeah, let's do it this way right now. And then the start of the next session, I'm going, okay, apologies, I've looked it up. This is actually how the rule is supposed to go and how we'll be doing it forward from here. And just moving on like that. So it's boom, bam. And clear communication, because that's always key.
Similarly, I usually explain at the moment, okay, for the moment, but let's just do this. I'll look it up later and see, and I'll explain that I am just making a call at the moment, but don't necessarily hold me to it in the future.
I adore that we have tools nowadays like Discord, and we make like our separate little rooms for our games. Even though we play our games live, we have these Discords so we can, if we miss anything, like we didn't give out experience points or some other rewards that we need to give out, we can put those into Discord. Or if there was a rules call that was bad, we can say, hey guys, this rules call wasn't technically correct. This is the correct way to do that. And then everybody can be on the same page. Everybody sees it there. And it's like logged and everything. Perfect. Wonderful way to communicate with players.
The rules lawyer thing. I used to be the bad kind. I used to be the bad kind of rules lawyer, especially playing 3.5 D&D. I used to be a very bad rules lawyer on that, where I would bog down whole game sessions just to make a point. And it's like, ooh, I cringe about those days.
I'm still that. Howard knows. Howard hates me because of like.
And at this point now, I'm like, no, don't let it get in the way of fun. Discuss it after.
If you're the only one that's having fun by doing that, then it's no longer fun, And it's important to be able to dig into the minutia of rules, because they do give us the framework. They do give us what we're basing our games around. We do need that structure, and we do need that. But you want, in the moment, you want to be able to make a quick call that can speed along play as well. You know, you need to be able to balance that.
We're talking a lot about if we don't know a rule, we're just going to fill in the blanks and fix it later. But I started out this conversation with something totally different, which is these rules are frustrating to the players in some way. Either the adventure has made an unbalanced encounter, or even like it was just bad luck on the players and their RNG, their die rolls are just bad and it's killing them. It's just, and it feels frustrating and it feels unfun. Do we fix that in the middle of the game? What do we do about that? Do we just let it happen?
Now you can rule 0 and have the players create them for themselves a TPK.
A confession in this, if I had followed rules as written in here, Hard Cell would be dead.
Yeah, I was thinking I died.
Yeah, when you had that really bad roll on the airship and you saw that look on my face, I went, oh shit, he's dead.
Yeah.
No, this is too early in the game. I don't want a character already dead. So I went with, okay, quick rule makeup in my head. Give me a bod check, and how much you make it over the number I have is how many hit points you got left.
I like that. The same thing kind of applies. You need to be able to make a call sometimes, whether it's as the GM fudging a hidden roll so that you don't kill your players for a dumb reason. I mean, if they've done something that deserves dying for, then let the dice fall where they may. But other times it's just because of something random or whatever, or any of a number of other scenarios. The rule of cool still has to supersede, or the rule of fun, I should say, has to supersede whatever else is there. It's your responsibility as the GM to find a way to make that work. Because if nobody's having fun, then they're not having fun.
What I like to do always is make failure an option. When I write my games, if there's a fail state, that fail state will always not stop the game or not say, it will always take the characters to another point in which they can recoup their losses. In the L5R game, there is a bunch of places where you guys can simply fail. And I had ways for you to continue the adventure. First off, when you got stopped by the zombie guys, you went to the spider way. Like I had that built in at every single place where I'm like, if the fail state stops the adventure or fails the adventure in a way you can't continue, there is another path that opens up.
We could have chosen to try and fight those undead, but we didn't think that would turn out.
So this is my first time writing these adventures for L5R, and I think I made things a little more than you could handle at rank 2. And as I was running it, I was able to tone things down and balance things a little better.
Especially as in our party, I think one player is combat focused, and the rest of us are a little more all across the map of play styles.